Jim.
Yes.
It seems like deja vu.
Yeah.
It's difficult to analyse the game today because the second half I thought we created more than we did last week. There was no end result, but there's still this, I don't know, there's just a spark missing. You know, once again they were sharper than us, they were more creative. The first goal killed us, I think. It was another poor goal. I mean, you can blame Mitch, you can blame Danny. I think it's a combination of the two, because Danny is looking at it. But from then on, we just didn't look as if we thought we could get back into the game.
Yeah, well, I think that goal set the tone, didn't it? Let's go back. So last Saturday they got they were told where they went wrong. Trained Monday night, trained Thursday night. They were absolutely brilliant training. The tempo was brilliant, moving the ball around well, talking, working hard, and everything was crisp and quick. And we come into today's game and they're on a high. We think, okay, the confidence is back. The goal was just basically like knocked the stuffing out of them, I think, and from there it set the tone for the game. Certainly the first half, anyway. We took too long in possession of the ball again. Our passing was rubbish, and when the ball went up to the offensive areas, they were coming straight back. They were getting a toe in and things like that, and didn't really create too much in the first half. I had 2 or 3 balls whipped across the box, I think, but that's about it. And I think a good shout for a penalty. On Kelly and the referee gave it the other way around.
I was going to say that you could point to 2 crucial moments. There was the guy who should have been sent off for the first tackle on Manny. Then he was booked for the second one. By that time he should have been off. A blatant penalty. How the referee didn't see that. So you could say that okay.
I think I think we'd be paper over the cracks, wouldn't we, if we were looking at those 2 moments to see whether or not that would change the game or not. I mean, all credit to Bedfont Sport, I thought they stuck to their game plan well. They hit us on the break. And to be fair, could have scored probably 5 or 6 today, couldn't they? They hit the post, I think. They put one wide on another break. But we were second best to literally every ball today again. You know, we didn't. They outworked us. They outbattled us. They played better football than us when they was in possession of the ball. Our decision making today was back to where it was last Saturday. You've got to look at the positives. I mean, I think that a couple of them again came out with a lot of credit. I thought Nathan Fox done well today. I thought Ashley Miller again was just head and shoulders above everyone else in our side. I think you can see we're missing Lewis Clark in there, missing Stokesy. And we just looked leggy, didn't we? We just looked really slow.
I think the thing for me, we took so long to get the ball forward. And do you think we need someone with a bit of pace in the middle of the park?
Well, listen, I think that would be me being a bit harsh, I think, on Mitch and Lewis. Because the first 8 games of the season, we had the same personnel out there, and we didn't look bad then, did we? We weren't lumping the ball forward. We were playing great, neat, attractive football. But for some reason, our passing has gone astray. Yet today, with the surface as good as it was, you would have thought us to have got back to where we were, really. So I think I'd be a bit harsh if I say that again. So I don't think I thought neither of them were good enough today. The pair of them in there, but. I'm not too sure. If not, we definitely need to get a bit more legs in there, because the way we set ourselves up is to get the ball wide, not to play through the middle of the park. And if you look at like the 2 wide boys up top today, they didn't show their pace either, did they? So Carlos, second half he did. Manny, can't remember, did 75 minutes where he really beat the player for his pace either. So there's something fundamentally wrong. There as well, I think.
Yeah, once again, I mentioned it last week when Denzel came on, that little bit of pace. He made things happen. He won 3 kicks, a little bit of urgency. That's my only comment on that. And 3 at the back. Are you happy with that?
Well, it wasn't. You've only got to go back 2 games before this, haven't you? We're 3rd in the league. We worse than the FA Cup. We were playing excellent football. We were scoring loads and loads of goals by playing that same system. Am I happy with it last week and this week? No. Will I change it for Wednesday? Possibly, because we've got Lewis Clark back. But I think him coming in will be massive for us. I think George Purcell coming in will be enormous for us, because that will just freshen everything up anyhow. And I just think then some of the others there just have to start looking over their shoulder a little bit, because listen, the confidence for some reason is shot to pieces in there, shot to pieces. I can't put my finger on it yet. We've got a good idea what we think might be there going on, and if we have to change the personnel, if we have to change the formation, then we will do. But Joinsy and I and Borney, we need to look at ourselves. We set we picked the side today. We took Stan out, and I thought last week Stan was one of our better players. But because we said Mitch will give us a lot more going forward, as it was that the wrong decision? Possibly. I'll have a look at what decisions I made today. But I've just asked the players there to go away and think about, have a look at themselves today. Because last week was angry, whereas today I've just told them, listen, you need to analyse what you've done well or not.
Yeah.
Because we got outworked and got outbattled. That's the first two things. Again, so it's 2 weeks running now against sides, in my opinion, we should be doing much, much better against, put it that way. No one, you can't go into any game and say we should be beating sides, because if you adopt that attitude, then we're going to get a bloody nose more times than not. But they outworked us, they outbattled us for sure, and if you get those two things right in any side, then you've got a chance of winning football matches.
Yeah, if you get out of the game what you put in.
Yes,
and
exactly.
The last 2 weeks we've been found wanting. But as you say, we're still third in the league. It's the same personnel, apart from a couple of changes, that has put us in third place in the league. So there's no reason to panic. But hopefully it's a blip. We can get back to league action, an opportunity, no disrespect to Romford, but we should win that one. Well,
we haven't beaten him in the last 5 seasons,
no.
Have it? So why should we? I don't think we should be beating them, because if we go into that game, because what Romford are, they're going to work really hard, Romford, and they're going to battle for everything. And as you've seen from the last 2 games, when we've been outworked and outbattled, we've been third best in both games. So we shouldn't win Wednesday, but if we compete and work as hard or win as many of the battles, then we should win the game then, because I think we've got better players. But there's no gimmies in this football. No. But you're right. You use the term, there's a bit of a spark missing, and I think I use the same term in there. Funny enough, there's a bit of a spark missing from certain players.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get that back. But you also picked up on it. All sides go through a season when they have a bit of a downside, and it's down to myself and Joinsy and Borney to get it right.
Yeah, it hasn't. It is two under par performances, but okay, we're out of the cup with money, but it hasn't cost us our league position. So, we can still go for that. Mitch Harney looked unhappy going off. Obviously, you want players to be unhappy. Are we okay with it?
You'll have to ask him. I'm unhappy with him, so I won't tell you why I'm unhappy with him, but if he's unhappy, he's unhappy, isn't he? That's up to him. Yeah. It's been dealt with now. I called him, I had a chat with Mitch. He's a good player, isn't he? Good player, but today wasn't that it. The goal, down to him, possibly down to Dan. Dan's decision making, I don't know why he played it out to him on the edge of the box. What can he do? He can only play the ball back to him. He's facing the same way as goal. I've already mentioned that at half time with Dan, and Dan says, yeah, fair enough. But to be fair to Mitch had a call with man up, man on, which is surprising because we hardly say a word out on that pitch. But he had that and decided to turn in and got robbed of the ball for some reason. So, listen, he's a good player, Mitch. Yes, he was unhappy about coming off, but if you weren't unhappy, then you'd have to question him more.
That's right, the commitment. So. Yeah, you touched then about it was quiet. It was so quiet.
Yeah.
All you could hear was Bedfont. They were, come on, yeah. There was nobody. Lewis was quiet, but then you've got Kingy, you've got Ashley, the experienced players. There was nobody that was saying, "Come on, boys, let's have
Yep.
it up.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, you see Ashley's frustration when he ended up, in their final third, probably more than he was in ours towards the end. And I mean, for me, he's got a great attitude. He's showing that desire to win games of football, and I just think that others should probably take his lead from that and step up to the plate a little bit. It's going to be a tough week this week. The disappointing thing for me is that it's again money that's not in the bank for the club. We know how we run, and I'm gutted for all the people that work so hard off the pitch to try and keep that side of it going. And again, you had some fans here that said they haven't been here for a couple of years and they've been doing well, and then the last 2 games have been absolutely shocking. I just hope we don't lose them again, because we have lost our way a little bit, quite a lot, and like I say, we'll get it back, but it's got to be from Monday night of training again and then into the game on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, the signing of George Purcell is a key signing. I mean, he's such a quality player. That will give us a little bit more spark up front, because undoubtedly we are missing Stokesy, because he's not only his goals, it's his all-round link-up play. And I think Carlos works off of him, and I think Carlos is missing him at the moment.
He seems to be Carlos, doesn't he? I thought Kelly done alright today, actually. I thought he held the ball up well.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we need to start delivering the ball into the box for him. He's a player who thrives off goals where the ball's whipped in. His first half, I think we put in 3 in there. 1 fell to him, it was a good block, I think, from their defender. I hate to say, again, it's one of those bad days at the office, but it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable to me, it's unacceptable to Joinsy, the club, and the fans for sure, because we can't, the interesting thing, they dominated the midfield because they had the extra man in there. And I said to the boys, you know what, perhaps we should have maybe changed it and went to a 3 in there to match them up. But then I thought, you know what, we're at home, we're 3rd in the league, they're 15th, 16th in theirs or wherever it is. We shouldn't be changing our shape against them. We should be dominating from the first minute, especially at home, and we didn't. And again, that's a bit of a bad time.
It's very much like England last night.
I agree, but I don't think England will be the same on Monday. So that's 2 games for us running now, isn't it? Where we've done that. But they're a good bunch of lads. That they're not obviously deliberately not going out there to try.
No.
There's just something not
something
right.
Yeah,
not right.
It's the spark. It's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. And a win on Saturday could change it all round.
Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday's important, isn't it?
Getting
for
a goal
us.
will change everything.
Yeah. I mean, we were encamped in their 18-yard box probably for 35 minutes of that second half. Didn't look like scoring, did we?
No.
There was one ball to far post, Carlos headed down. Whether it was over or not, I mean, all the boys are saying it was over, but regardless of that, we didn't get it. Other than that, I can't really remember a good opportunity we had in the second half. And yet we was in there the final third for 35 minutes of it. And they done well to hit us on the break.
Yeah.
Done well. So, guys, again, sorry to the fans. Disappointing day for the club all round.
To be fair, the fans, it was silent when they came off. They could have booed them, but I think they're still behind.
Yeah, I just think that's the measure of you guys that are watching it. You know your football. They know their football, and they know. I mean, it's funny because it's funny. Well, hang on a minute. Joinsy said to me, we've gone from a side what the fans are saying literally a few weeks ago is the best side we've had in 10, 15 years. And now we're looking at us in the last 2 games, they're probably one of the worst sides we've had in 10, 15 years, and I probably agree with them. We'll get it right, we will get it right, and hopefully we will get the win on Wednesday night against Romford, and hopefully that will turn our season around again.
Great. Thanks.
Cheers boys, thank you.
Thanks very much, mate.